People are saying life's not fair. I'm not doing well. My son's still living in the basement. I can't seem to get a job.
I don't believe that. They voted for a crook.
And there is a huge element, to be honest, of anti-Blackness in a lot of this. Anti-Black Americanness specifically.
Agitation of three trends that have been very deeply embedded in American history: misogyny, racism, and xenophobia.
All right, so by now, you probably have heard some of the most craziest reasons on why the Democratic Party lost this election by a landslide. But I think I've found probably the most unhinged take. Yes, one that supersedes Joy Reid and the evil women from The View. This is from a Princeton University professor that goes by the name of Eddie Claude Jr. I can't make sense of it. Maybe you can. Let's go ahead and listen to it. Watch.
There's this sense, right, that whiteness, right, is under threat. The demographic shifts. The country isn't what all of these racially ambiguous children on Cheerios commercials are confusing the hell out of me. Right?
Eddie, a lot of people voted because their life's too damn expensive, and it was here, and it.
They voted for. You're telling me, Stephanie, that all of these people who believe that their lives are, that bread is too high and eggs are too high, that they voted for a convicted felon, a guy who said we can grab the peak.
All right, so before we go any further, this is why college is a scam. You have professors who truly believe in this stuff, and they'll go to the ends of the earth to defend it. It's not rooted in any reality. Even if what he says is true, it wasn't the main reason on why she lost this election. But the fact that that's what he is saying tells you his state of mind. Now, as someone who is a professor, you'd think instead of providing baseless opinions about what happened in this election, that he would connect it to some type of data point or statistics or study that was peer reviewed. But no, they don't do that these days. One could argue that the people on the legacy media, the pundits, the commentators, and these university professors, they all have one thing in common. They're more involved in activism than in actually reporting the truth.
I think that a lot.
They voted for this guy.
I'm not defending it, but I think there are tons of people that don't pay attention to, and I'm not defending it, don't pay attention to politics at all. But while we live in the most prosperous country in the world, people are saying life's not fair. I'm not doing well. My son's still living in the basement. I can't seem to get a job. I don't like the status quo. I'm voting for something else. And he was the person.
I love you to life.
I love you.
But I do not believe that. I cannot believe that. And the reason I think you believe it is because you don't want to believe that that's what's really motivating them. It's always the case. People don't want to believe what the country actually is, because if they believe it, they're going to have to confront what's in them. I don't believe that. They voted for a crook, a person who they know is stealing from, just doing everything to undermine the so-called country that they love. And then they're telling us the BS that it's economics. We know that's not true.
To disregard exactly what the voters say just proves that you are out of touch. The fact that you don't even acknowledge what their pain is, what their plight is in regards to why they voted the way that they did, he can't believe. See, this is a mental crisis in our country. In his belief system, in his mind, he has already made the decision that he will not believe in another point of view around this issue. He has no ability to think critically about this issue, which leads me to number 3. That is what's absent in politics today, especially in the Democratic Party. They have replaced critical thinking and common sense with identity politics, and it has done what? It has blown up in their faces. And when you have Stephanie Ruhle looking at you crazy about what you're saying, I think you're going in the wrong direction. No question.